Spooky Silsila.
Hello and welcome. This is Spooky Silsila. I'm Niharika.
And I'm Tanmay.
This is the podcast where we talk about everything spooky, scary,
Haunted,
true crime,
cryptid,
government conspiracies,
everything.
everything. You're in the right place. Hang in there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and leave comments about the story that you're going to hear today. Let's get into it.
आज की कहानी is from the 16th century in France, a small town by the name of Vervins
Interesting.
or Vervins. I will stick with Vervins. ज़्यादा आएगा नहीं तो गलती भी ज़्यादा पता नहीं चलेगी. ओके, एक सिंपल प्रीस्ट तैयार हो रहा है वॉर्वेंस की एक मामूली सी घर की 16 साल की डॉटर को मिलने. आज उसे वहां बुलाया गया है और उसकी ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उस पर बहुत भारी है बिकॉज ही इज बीन कॉल्ड टू डू द लास्ट राइट्स.
Oh,
डॉक्टर्स हैव गिवन अप. काफी दिनों से वो कोशिश करते रहे, उसके सिम्टम्स नहीं जा रहे और अब उनके पास कुछ भी नया ट्राई करने को बाकी नहीं था. ऑल दे आस्क हर इज इफ शी कैन हियर द वॉइसेस, और उसने हाँ कहा, एक पतली सी कमजोर आवाज में. उसके पेरेंट्स उसके कहने पर प्रेयर्स और गरीबों में खाना कपड़े बांट रहे हैं. निकोल का हस्बैंड उस छोटे से कमरे के एक कोने से अपनी नई बीवी को धीरे धीरे मौत की तरफ जाते देख रहा है. दे जस्ट गॉट मैरिड अ फ्यू मंथ्स अगो.
okay. Wait, so the parents asked if she can hear their voices.
Voices.
The voices.
You can still hear the voices. The priest begins his prayers. The last rites are very important. It is said ये सोल को उसकी फाइनल जर्नी के लिए तैयार करते हैं और उसके अर्थली बर्डन्स कम करने के लिए the priest is only called when everyone accepts there is no solution and no hope left. निकोल ऑब्री धीरे धीरे is dying, but टाउन में कोई बीमारी थी नहीं. There were no injuries.
Okay.
It wasn't an accident. The doctors but could not find a cause. The neighbors had their doubts. They had their theories and there were rumors. वो कभी बोलना बंद कर देती थी और कभी उसे सुनाई नहीं देता और कभी बिल्कुल पत्थर जैसे अकड़ जाती थी.
Catatonia.
Her hands would ball into tight fists and the entire men from the village wouldn't be able to open her hands, to the point where her palms would bleed from her nails digging into them. पर डॉक्टर्स को नहीं पता था क्यों. विलेजर्स को भी सच तो अभी तक नहीं पता था, but her family believed that this was divine purpose. And behind her suffering, a belief had now brought death to the bed of Nicole Aubry.
Okay.
This is a real case from the 16th century in France.
Okay. Curious.
Right now, we're in autumn, north of France. निकोल एक बुचर की 16 साल की बेटी थी. उसकी अभी नई नई शादी हुई थी पियर से, जो पेशे से एक दर्जी था.
Okay.
आज के दिन निकोल was visiting her local church. She attended the prayers in their small church, surrounded by the sounds of prayers and the smell of wax, smoke. She lit her candles at the altars before she made her way to the family graves to pay her respect. वो उधर अपने नाना जी की ग्रेव पर प्रे करने और फ्लावर्स रखने गई थी. She bowed at his grave, prayed for her grandfather, who she was really close to, but could not really say goodbye to because his end came too soon, and the family regretted not being able to do more for him. As she looked up from her prayers, she wasn't alone anymore. अब उसके साथ कोई खड़ा था, पूरे सफेद कपड़ों में. वो कोई शैतान या अनजान नहीं था, बट उसका नाना जी, वाकीम.
How long had he been dead?
A couple of months.
Okay, so like fresh-ish.
Ish. Yeah. उसी वक्त उन्होंने निकोल को प्यार से समझाया कि he couldn't be at peace because he himself had unfinished prayers or promises. उन्होंने अपनी आस्था में कई चीजें नहीं करी थी और उसकी वजह से he was in purgatory. And for people who don't know what purgatory is, it is often said that if a person within Christianity does not receive their last rites, their last communion, then their soul उसको ना हेवन जाने को मिलता है ना हेल, वो एक बीच की जगह में अटक जाती है जहां पे उसको अपने ये अनफिनिश्ड काम और अनफिनिश्ड स्पिरिचुअल जितनी ये डेट है उसको रिलीव करना जरूरी है बिफोर इट कैन बी सेंट टू वेयर इट नीड्स टू. And that is what her grandfather came and told her.
And this is a Catholic family.
Yeah.
Okay.
He requested कि फैमिली उनके नाम की प्रेयर्स और मासेस कर रहा है कि वो पुअर लोगों में चीजें बंटवाएं एंड फुलफिल हिज प्रेयर्स टू हेल्प हिम मेक हिज वे टू हेवन फाइनली. Her family immediately believed her words because they all knew his death left a lot unfulfilled. और उसकी फैमिली की ही रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी उनकी ये विशेस पूरी करना ताकि उनकी सोल और सफर ना करे.
Just because of the last rites वाली चीज बोल रहे हैं कि unfulfilled थे.
नहीं, he so it is not explicitly said how or why,
Okay.
but apparently he died so suddenly that the family weren't able to get his last rites and communion and all those things done before he passed away. So there were some prayers unfulfilled and he had some personal wishes and things that they wanted to accomplish.
His business.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Sure.
So हर प्रेयर के बाद निकोल उनसे पूछने और बात करने चर्च जाती थी कि अब आप कैसे हो, क्या आपको और शांति मिल रही है, is this fulfilling what you need?
And nobody was stopping her.
No, because this was a very common instance where people would say कि our family member or somebody has something unfulfilled and we need to do it for them. This was a common practice and belief that people who are now alive, the family alive now, can fulfill the unfulfilled work of whoever is passed away.
No, sure. You do that. Great. But like, what are these check-in calls that are happening with the dead?
Is because he came to her and told her explicitly what needed to be done. Whenever the family would do something, she would go and pray for him and like try and ask him if he was at peace. If what we are doing वो उससे कुछ हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा. I think anybody would do that for a beloved family member. You would always try and make sure कि भाई, are we able to bring peace to you or not?
I'm थोड़ा suspicious, but yeah, whatever.
कि she is going and asking him.
No, I feel
It's 16th century Catholic, honestly middle of bump nowhere France.
no, I understand that. And I know like Catholicism mein there is the belief of all of this, everything that you mentioned. But I just feel talking to supernatural entities at this point in history could have just been seen as inviting something in. This is vampire panic Europe. This is
Yeah, but this is France.
yeah.
France में कुछ नहीं होना था.
And this is post-plague France.
Okay. So she would go and try and talk to him, whatever, right? But she had now started seeing him on her way around town as well. This was a very well-known phenomenon, but Nicole was falling ill, and her sickness was taking her so quickly that it had the entire town scared for her. She would fall mute for days, and then she would turn stiff like a rock, and her jaw would lock. ये अपने आप रुक जाती ऐसी हालत में, like life would stop, and then she would come back. And soon her family caught her talking outside her window, and she would often say that she was talking to her grandfather. Family ने prayers, masses, गरीबों की सेवा और उसने जो मांगा सब कुछ करा, in the hopes that they would be able to save both the souls. Soon the local priests became involved. They would try to prove that this was anything but spiritual. उनको पता था कि कई बार बीमारी या दुख या फिर किसी भी और वजह से लोगों की हरकतें ऐसी हो जाती हैं. They would regularly visit to question Nicole, who she saw. When these priests would regularly visit Nicole to question her about उसके visions and उसको क्या दिख रहा था आसपास, कौन दिख रहा है, वो क्या बोल रहा है, क्यों बोल रहा है, उनके सामने निकोल को उसकी ये इलनेस के अटैक्स तक हुए. But according to those priests, till then, everything they witnessed did not point towards it being something spiritual.
Okay.
But one day, अपनी क्यूरियोसिटी कह लो या फिर एक स्पिरिचुअल इंट्यूशन, उस प्रीस्ट ने निकोल को चुप कराया एंड उसको चुप करा के बस ये पूछा, Who are you? काफी देर तक कोई जवाब नहीं, कोई आवाज नहीं. धीरे से बिना हिले निकोल ने ही बोल दिया, I am Joaquin. अगर इतनी प्रेयर्स अब हो गई और अब तक, फिर तुम इधर क्यों हो? He says, my suffering is not yet finished. Nicole की family also heard these answers, but they were not surprised because this was the simple, plausible answer. पर इस बात पर प्रीस्ट को पहली बार ऐसा लगा जैसे आज कुछ अलग था. आज की कही बात ऊपर से तो सच लग रही थी, पर जैसे उसके नीचे का राज कुछ कड़वा और कुछ अलग ही था. Each answer sounded too perfect, too rehearsed. He decided to call someone more experienced. उनको किसी और का भी ओपिनियन लगा जरूरी यहाँ पर. A Dominican friar called Pierre de la Motte.
MOTE.
TTE.
Motti.
Yeah, a specialist. And इसके बारे में सुनते ही मेरे दिमाग में आया था जैसे भूल भुलैया का अक्षय कुमार.
एकदम गोगल पहन के आया मोटी.
और या तो वो या फिर मेरे को वो गुंडे वाले जो इंट्रोस थे ना, मेरा नाम ईपू हटेला,
Oh God.
वैसे वाले इंट्रो आ रहे थे, तो मैंने एक दो लिखे भी थे. पियर डेला मोटे,
खाएगा
ऐसे
केला.
प्रीस्ट तो नरक में नहीं होते. नाम है मोटे, तोड़ूंगा शैतान के गोटे. नाम पियर मोटे, डीमन मेरे आगे हैं छोटे.
Very good.
दिमागी बीमारी या शैतान का चेला, खिला दूंगा उसे
केला.
मतलब मेरे को उसका नाम बहुत मजा लगा था, मैंने काफी देर तो यही लिख रहा था बैठ के.
I am very sure it's not pronounced mote, but
It's Morty.
yeah.
Yeah. मैंने बाद में सुना था, लाइक नो, मेरी कहानी है मोटे.
Mort, which also sounds like mort, which means death.
और the little guy from Madagascar who likes King Julian के पैर.
Yeah. Or Morty. Freaking Morty.
पियर डेला मॉट के एक्सपीरियंस में ऐसे केसेस वर यूजुअली ड्यू टू इलनेस और ग्रीफ और मे बी इवन फ्रॉड. उनका काम वाज टू डिटरमिन द सिचुएशन एंड इन्वेस्टिगेट व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग इन वर्बिन्स.
Wait, I have a question. At this point, she was married?
Yeah, 16-year-old. Yes.
No. Got it. पर मैं पूछ रही
क्या
थी
है
कि
ये
मतलब
फ्रांस की राजस्थान.
नहीं कि मतलब ये सब शुरू होने से पहले शादी हो गई थी इसकी. Okay.
This happened fairly quickly.
Okay.
फर्स्ट ही वेंट टू देयर होम, एक छोटा सा सिंपल घर जिसमें एक ऐसी फैमिली जो धीरे धीरे अपनी हिम्मत और हौसला दोनों छोड़ दी थी. पियर ने पहले सारे रिलेटिव से अकेले एक एक करके बात की. क्या हुआ, कब हुआ, क्या दिखा, क्या बोला, कैसे हुआ, सारी डिटेल्स.
कितनी बड़ी फैमिली थी ये?
मदर, फादर, कोई भाई बहन, इसका हस्बैंड, मतलब आसपास के कुछ एक दो लोग मतलब थे. There were few, not explicitly detailed how many, but he took his time trying to find all details. And it turned out सबके details were the same, but something confused Pierre. फैमिली और निकोल ने सब कुछ करा जो मांगा गया, prayers, masses, pilgrimage, but even after this, why was he still suffering? पियर निकोल के पास आ गए. उन्होंने निकोल के साथ पहले प्रेयर करी और फिर बात करने लगे कि निकोल, क्या तुम जानती हो मैं कौन हूं? निकोल काफी दिनों में पहली बार एक साफ जवाब दे पाई, अब प्रीस्ट. एंड देन ही आस्क्ड हर, आपके ग्रैंडफादर जो हैं उनको क्या चाहिए. उसने कहा वही प्रेयर्स, पिलग्रिमेजेस, मास, गरीबों में चीजें बांटो. The same answers. The answers was the same, but there was something he noticed. Nicole would breathe harder when she was talking of Joaquin. And वो अपने कमरे के एक कॉर्नर को घूरने लग जाती थी जैसे वो उधर ही खड़ा है, अपने जब इन ग्रैंडफादर के बारे में जवाब देती.
Got it.
ये बात उसने निकोल से कंफर्म करी and she said yes. So he turned and asked the corner directly कि सब कुछ तो कर दिया फैमिली ने, तो वो आज भी उधर क्यों है? Nicole responded when answering for him. उनकी एक essentially pilgrimage, तीर्थ यात्रा रह गई थी जो अभी तक नहीं हुई है, to Santiago.
Interesting.
But and all the family agreed that this was true. Even to Pierre, this was too perfect. He felt that Joaquin के answers जो थे तो बिल्कुल वैसे जैसे एक फैमिली सुनना चाहती थी. अगर वो ऐसी हालत में होती तो this is perfectly what they would want to hear. And Pierre believed that a perfect answer often concealed deception. So he changed his question.
Pierre is just like,
Okay, Pierre ऐसे मतलब Catholic Sherlock Holmes आया like बीच में. So he asks, instead of purgatory, he asked him about God. And the answers became short. He questioned him about Christ. And the language became evasive. There were no direct answers. जब उसने स्क्रिप्चर के कोट्स पढ़े तो निकोल की आंखों में जैसे आंसू आ गए. एंड पियर ने एक क्रूसिफिक्स बस उठा के निकोल के साथ रख दिया और उसने उसकी तरफ देखने से इनकार कर दिया. अब he was unconvinced still, so he planned more. The next time he secretly blessed a glass of wine. Nobody in the family knew. They had just left a glass there for Nicole. इसने उसमें चुपके से holy water डाल के blessed it. Not the family, not Nicole, nobody knew. The grandmother took the glass of wine to Nicole.
Joaquin's wife.
Not clear, could have been the father's mother also.
Okay,
English में grandmother तो grandmother है.
sure,
And the origin text is all French and stuff, so I can't really.
sure.
The cup was given to Nicole, and the moment उसने वो अपने lips से लगाया, she threw it away, and her back arched, and she began violently shaking. And some even claimed that her face began to stretch and become unnaturally long. And Pierre ने फैमिली को हेल्प करने से रोक दिया. एंड कोई पास नहीं जाएगा. और उसने निकोल से पूछा, तूने अभी क्या पिया? Nicole answers, poison. She says, no. What was it? Says, it burns. What was it? What burns? A voice not of Nicole answered, holy water. This was the first evidence beyond the illness. But Pierre continued. उसने क्रॉस लेकर निकोल को पूछा, Who are you? The grieving family was waiting to finally hear the answer. Nicole smiled, but said, I am Joaquin. Pierre को पता था, सारे answers were made to fit उसका धोखा. So he questioned him. If you are Joaquin, तो तू इस क्रॉस से डर क्यों रहा है?
क्योंकि तेरे को मास चाहिए, तेरे को पिलग्रिमेज चाहिए, तेरे को भगवान के सब कुछ चाहिए.
And mind you, this is a real life documented case. I will explain in the end ये इतनी डिटेल में क्यों है.
ये थोड़ा creepy है, like very realistically.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, I think maybe one of the very few cases that we've done so far that has genuinely felt a little bit too detailed and creepy.
अभी तो अभी तो कहानी शुरू हुई।
Okay, आगे बोल.
निकोल, और एटलीस्ट द वॉइस ऑफ निकोल, laughed at पियर। उसने पूछा फिर से, और इस बार जवाब आया कि he no longer belongs here. Who? The old man.
Hmm.
पूरी फैमिली घबरा गई ये सुनकर, पर पियर ने पूछा, तो है कौन यहाँ? जो कोई जवाब नहीं आया, इसलिए प्रेयर्स फिर शुरू कर दी गई। निकोल फिर अकड़ गई, जबड़ा टाइट, हाथ बंद, और फिर से दैट वायलेंट शेकिंग बिगिंस। फ्रायर मॉट ने पूछा और कोई जवाब नहीं आया। प्रेयर्स कंटिन्यूड। आंसर इन द नेम ऑफ क्राइस्ट। कोई जवाब नहीं। इस बार उन्होंने एक्सेसिज्म की ओपनिंग प्रेयर्स करना शुरू कर दिया। वो जो ओपनिंग प्रेयर्स होती हैं, दे बिगिन विद आस्किंग फॉर द ब्लेसिंग एंड द हेल्प ऑफ क्राइस्ट, द apostles एंड द सेंट्स। और ये शुरू करते ही सामने निकोल जो थी, उसकी वो स्माइल चली गई एंड वो पूरी तरह अगेन स्टार्टेड कन्वल्सिंग। और इसके बीच बस इतनी सी आवाज आई, इनफ। फिर वही सवाल पूछा और फिर वही झूठ मिला, आई एम वॉकिंग। सो ही सेज, देन व्हाई डू यू फॉरबिड प्रेयर? He says, I don't forbid prayer. You are not working. Who speaks? निकोल का सर नीचे हो गया जैसे वो सो गई, और थोड़ी देर बाद एक आवाज ने बोला कि निकोल बिलीव्ड इन मी। निकोल को विश्वास था मेरे में। सब डर गए, पर इतने में फ्रायर पियर समझ गए। एंड ही आस्क्स, You pretended to be her grandfather. Yes. तो वाकीम किधर है? Don't know. पियर बस यही सोचता रहा कि हर बार मैं कहीं ना कहीं इसकी ये आंसर्स में धोखा है या कुछ तो छुपाया जा रहा है, और जब भी कोई इंपॉर्टेंट सवाल पूछता हूं तो ऐसा लगता है डिफ्लेक्ट करता है, और ये हमेशा जो बोल रहा है उसमें कुछ ना कुछ झूठ है। पियर ने सिर्फ क्रॉस उठाकर निकोल को दिखाया और उसने अपनी आंखें फेर ली। पियर ने नाम पूछा फिर से, कुछ नहीं। फिर पूछा, नथिंग। अगेन नथिंग। एंड सडनली निकोल opens her eyes. The family noticed that the eyes were not of Nicole's. They were seemingly eyes without life, eyes that this family did not recognize. And उसने अपने आप अपने बेड में वो लड़की जो इतने हफ्तों से तड़प रही थी उठ के बैठ गई। उसने उनसे एक अनमिस्टेकेबल मेल वॉइस में कहा, I owe you nothing. Pierre said, You owe God the truth. The truth. Very well. You never spoke to Joaquin. You never prayed for him. You never held mass for him. You were praying to me. निकोल की माँ उसी वक्त बेहोश हो गई। उसकी सारी आस्था और मेहनत झूठी थी। फैमिली घबरा गई। पियर के असिस्टेंट ने प्रेयर शुरू कर दी। एंड ही आस्क्स, हु इज हियर इफ नॉट वॉकिंग? निकोल से आवाज आई, फ्रायर पियर को घूरते हुए, देयर आर मेनी हियर, विच वन शैल वी कॉल? किसी की आवाज नहीं निकली, जैसे इस कमरे की हवा ने सबका गला घोट दिया उसी वक्त। एक जवाब फाइनली दिया गया, बेल्ज़ेबब।
There's maybe a question or two यहाँ पे, especially about जहाँ पे it says you've been praying to me. Honestly, what does that even mean? Because
everything that you were doing with the intention of seemingly doing it for your grandfather or the entity
yeah,
was being done in reverence for me and not the soul you thought you were doing it for.
But then if it's happening in church, if it's happening in the house of God, on
I
hallowed
think you
ground.
forget these are banished angels.
No, I understand that.
They may be like impure beings, but in the end, if somebody is praying or acting in reverence to them, it still powers them. They may be doing it with deception, but उसके नाम में और उसके लिए ही सब कुछ हो रहा है. They are praying for him, not at him.
नहीं, वो तो समझ में आ गया मेरे को, पर जैसे आप अगर चर्च में जा रहे हो, you're taking the name of Christ, you're taking the name of Mother Mary, and you're doing a mass, of course in Joachim's honor, like मुझे वो समझ में आ रहा है
No,
कि
but that isn't accomplishing anything. He's making them do things. He's making them act. He's making them, matlab, even if those things aren't directly giving him something out of it, they aren't accomplishing anything either. He just gets to take or torture this girl.
laugh with them basically.
Yeah. It doesn't have to accomplish anything. वो तो बस उनका faith तोड़ रहा है.
Fair enough.
Right. And like for the audience, like who is Beelzebub, right? In scriptures, Beelzebub is known as a prince among demons. His name is synonymous as Satan's highest servants, his highest generals.
General.
In medieval times, he is often described as a ruler of hell. He himself is,
One of the princes.
he under him has a massive army of demons.
Yeah.
And he represents corruption, spiritual decay, and above all, deception. And it is not just corruption of body, it is corrupting a person's faith. वहाँ पे निकोल की आवाज़ ने और उस भारी आवाज़ ने ये नाम फाइनली दिया, और बाकी सब इस नाम और उसके पीछे के जो वजन है बेसिकली उससे डर चुके थे. पियर की शक्ल पे डर नहीं था, पर एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल बैठ गया था उसके मन में. क्रिश्चियनिटी में इस इतने बड़े डीमन जिसने इतने महीनों से इस झूठ पे मेहनत करी थी, इतने आराम से अपना नाम क्यों दे दिया? इस कहानी के पीछे अभी भी कोई तो बहुत बड़ा राज था, पर यह कहानी सिर्फ इस घर पर नहीं रही. और अगली सुबह जहां पे ये सिर्फ निकोल ऑब्री के परिवार की कहानी थी, it became the entire town. It became a part of the entire lore of that region.
I was actually just about to say, जैसे वो दूसरी वाली जो फ्रांस वाली स्टोरी थी that I had covered, which had a
Blue
bishop, which had like more members of the clergy who were involved and बहुत कुछ हो रहा था. I understand that there's a priest and there's an exorcist and there's an assistant. Does this go to other clergy members? Does it go to
It,
bishops?
before it can be brought to other clergy members, it requires a lot of investigation
yeah, I
and those
know.
things. किसी को भी ऐसा कोई केस आगे recommend करने के लिए have to provide a lot of evidence and a lot of information. तो इससे एक formal possession का नाम देके चर्च को इन्वॉल्व करने से पहले पियर को खुद एक बार एक्सोर्सिज्म राइट्स करनी जरूरी थी. निकोल ऑब्री के घर में सबसे पहले ये रिचुअल्स होल्ड किए. हर बार एक ही चीज होती, पियर प्रेयर्स एंड क्राइस्ट को इन्वोक करता, फिर क्रूसिफिक्स और होली वाटर इस्तेमाल करता और स्पिरिट को चले जाने के लिए कमांड करता. पर हर बार निकोल began trembling violently, had difficulty breathing and refused to look at the crucifix. जैसे ही रिचुअल्स बढ़े और उसकी हालत और बुरी हो गई, उसकी मैनिफेस्टेशंस और वायलेंट हो गई. उसी मैस्कुलिन वॉइस में द स्पिरिट वुड मॉक जीसस एंड मैरी. इट रिफ्यूज्ड निकोल फ्रॉम सेइंग प्रेयर्स एंड अ स्ट्रेंथ बिकेम टू मच फॉर इवन 3 men to hold down this 16-year-old girl. She even began identifying sacred objects hidden from her and in multiple languages told those people जो उसके कमरे में उस वक्त पे present थे कि उनके sins क्या थे. Sins that they never confessed. Specifically, एंड उससे एट दिस पॉइंट पूरा टाउन डर चुका था। पर एक दिन कुछ अलग हुआ। निकोल एक दिन प्रेयर्स के दौरान शांत हो गई एंड इवन बिगैन टू रिकॉग्नाइज हर फैमिली मेंबर्स। ये देखकर हर फैमिली सराउंडेड हर एंड they were trying to comfort her. She even did her confessions. She received communion. And this was the time when they had even done the last rites for her. And it is during this time कि Nicole started laughing again. And बेल्ज़ेबुब की आवाज फिर से बोलने लग गई कि इस बार भी कुछ नहीं हुआ. They accomplished nothing. And instead, there are even more of us now here.
Poor thing.
It was Legion, the horde of demons. Soon after came Astaroth,
Mhm.
known in medieval demonology as another prince of
Rest of
hell,
hell.
associated with temptation, forbidden knowledge, and the corruption of human judgment. There was another entity that she claimed was inside. I'll just take a guess. It is not Christianity.
Is it a jinn?
No. It was Cerberus.
Hades?
Just inside Cerberus. But now this story became very famous. And as the story is spreading far and wide, आसपास से पिलग्रिम्स आने लग गए क्योंकि उनको उसकी इस एक्सोर्सिज्म का वो चमत्कार देखना है कि दैट शी इज गोइंग टू बी क्योर्ड. क्लर्जी आसपास से आने लग गई बिकॉज दे वांटेड टू प्रूव कि यहाँ जो भी हो रहा है नकली हो रहा है. आसपास से प्रोटेस्टेंट्स आने लग गए बिकॉज दे वांटेड टू बी देयर टू understand and judge what was happening and whether they wanted to scrutinize as Protestants and not like Catholics. पियर को भी समझ आ रहा था कि ये जो केस है अब इस शहर के लिए बहुत बड़ा हो गया है. एंड निकोल के डीमंस का कहना था कि अब ये कहानी जो है ना वर्विन्स की नहीं है. ये जो है मैं फाइनली अगर जाऊंगा यहाँ से आई विल ओनली गो इफ this exorcism is undertaken by a bishop in the city of Laon. And ये सिर्फ मेरी कहानी सिर्फ वहां जाकर ही खत्म होगी.
That's very specific.
Yeah. But
do we understand why? Or like is it just something that's happening?
there is an answer that I can give you, which will come towards the end of the story. There is something there. You will also understand once it comes forward. But before they brought her to Laon, Nicole was taken to the shrine of Notre Dame de Lys. There, for weeks, multiple exorcisms were carried out. And according to independent records, over 24 demons were cast out of Nicole. She began again to recognize her family and to start having regular conversation with them.
Wait, these exorcisms were being done by Pierre or like
Pierre is
other?
present. Pierre accompanied them to the new place, to the
And वहाँ
shrine.
पे दूसरे exorcists कर रहे हैं.
And but Pierre knew that even then the major three were still there to be exorcised.
Three
Beelzebub,
Huh.
Astaroth, Cerberus.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. What the dog doing?
हाँ, मतलब like for anyone who doesn't know who Cerberus is, within Greek mythology, it's the three-headed guardian of Hades. It's a dog.
Yeah. She was met by a growing number of clergy and officials, and a large number of crowd भी gather होने लग गया था because everyone had heard about this case and the extent to which prayers and so much of rituals were being done to try and save this girl.
And इस time पे TV नहीं था, so anything was entertainment.
Pretty much, right? And now because of this, the Bishop of Laon, Jean de Beauce, B-O-U-R-S,
Bose.
Jean de Beauce, assumed responsibility. Unlike earlier investigation, these ceremonies no longer took place in private. They would unfold in one of the most important cathedrals in northern France. Inside this cathedral, a large wooden platform was made so that the congregation could easily witness the exorcism taking place. आसपास के parish, उनके clergy, physicians, bishops, Dominican friars, local magistrates, royal notaries, and town people crowded into that immense Gothic church in Laon. They all were there hoping कि उनको finally उस चीज का वो glimpse देखने को मिलेगा.
Wait, so at this point, have people been able to witness parts of the exorcism, or
Yeah.
like is it?
The town did, and the rumor spread, and that is why people came in. I don't know whether they were able to witness when they went to the other shrine,
By
but after that, yeah, for more than a week, निकोल को उस सेंट्रल पेविलियन जो था उसके ऊपर उसके पब्लिक एक्सोर्सिज्म्स चले. The bishop would command the spirits to identify themselves. Prayers would echo through the cathedral, and they would carry out the Eucharist and before the entire congregation.
why couldn't the
When-
congregation help? वो तो
When
बैठ
you
के
were
टीवी देख रहे हैं.
exactly, it's not just TV देख रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं था कि ये सब वहां हो रहा है, वो ऐसे चीखम चिल्ली कर रहे हैं, and ये लोग वहां पे वो. It is
Dead
dead
silent.
quiet. कोई कुछ नहीं कह रहा, कोई कुछ नहीं हो रहा. They are purely there as observers. Even the bishop who is carrying it out, वो इनके लिए वहां पे शोशा नहीं कर रहा है. He is there and he is going through like the entire process that we saw with Pierre.
Mhm.
वो सारे सवाल कर रहा है, वो उससे सब कुछ पूछ रहा है, वो उसकी पूरी प्रेयर्स कर रहा है, सब कुछ वहां किया जा रहा है. People are there to purely witness it.
Wait, so is he starting at the beginning of ki wait, I need to know if this is real?
नहीं, so since Pierre had done like the initial bit and they had also done it in the other shrine, it is definitely like proven कि है.
Okay.
But for him, he will go through the entire process, do the entire what is your name, why are
कौन
you
है, कहाँ है,
here,
types.
the whole everything will happen, right? And witnesses claimed Nicole का reaction was violent whenever she was given that consecrated body of
Communion.
Christ, or whatever,
Communion.
right? She convulsed and cried out and would fight against all the men who were there trying to restrain her.
Hmm.
This went on for days, and she reportedly had strength where several attendants were often thrown during this procedure.
Hmm.
Contemporary accounts also describe moments in which she, even in those crowds, was able to accuse people of sin and tell them if they were hiding objects.
I think this is the most compelling part of all of this for me. Because अगर कोई fraud कर रहा होता है या फिर कुछ और वैसा होता है, they are not really able to do any of this. जैसे like this is the weirdest, most nonsense example. भूल भुलैया 3 में where that like really that guy who sets his house on fire acts like he's possessed, and then Roo Baba shows up and is just frees him or whatever. That is very clear fraud, and you're not able to do anything which is convincing in the sense कि आप बता नहीं सकते कि hidden objects हैं, वो wine पी उसने and knew that उसमें holy water था, that nobody could
that
have
was the
known.
intention behind somebody like Pierre
Even doing
getting
it.
involved,
Correct.
right? And now after this has gone on for days, the bishop picks up his वो consecrated उसका वो क्या बोलते हैं
Wafer.
wafer जो है, and he again finally gives it to her, and it is said like after many days of this entire exorcism, the struggling finally ceased and the demon left her body, and that is when the struggling stopped, the resistance to everything ceased, and Nicole just collapsed. She regained her consciousness and she began recognizing people around her, and अपनी आवाज में उसने finally बात करना शुरू की.
What?
After this, the people who witnessed this had sworn testimonies taken. The royal notaries had everything notarized,
Oh,
and every single clergyman had all of their details, everything notarized and taken by the royal people who were present there.
hmm.
That is how so much detail and so much
Correct.
was preserved. And within weeks, accounts of this exorcism were distributed throughout the country. Printers produced pamphlets describing every stage of the possession. Engravings showed dramatic ceremonies inside the Laon Cathedral, showing the bishop confronting evil, and even later, a lot of people compiled lengthy histories of how this came to be. And I'll give you some more context that puts this story into a weird light after this. Around 1566, France is a country that is having wars on the basis of religion, which are wars between Catholics and Protestants.
Protestants.
And this incident became the proving grounds for the right of Christianity and the right of
Catholicism.
Catholics.
Mhm.
Because to them, they could prove to the Protestants that our actions are
Effective.
effective, and जो हम ये खिलाते हैं, body of Christ and blood of Christ,
Mhm.
it actually
Works.
is something that is
Legit.
holy and
Right.
legit. And the fact that it was being given to her and she would respond in such an aggressive way meant it was truly holy. Therefore, what the Catholics were doing was right. And this case became itna bada public spectacle because of that. It became how the Catholics proved the Protestants wrong. And there were versions of this story where the demon would even have said ki I think they were called Huguenots, the Protestants ki communities,
I know.
are part of like hamara kabila, and then left.
That's crazy.
But then they was also accepted ki thoda late renditions.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
yeah.
But then even the Ludon wala case,
Hmm.
even in the 1530s, we are facing the same thing between Catholics and Protestants, and
It is around the same time, na?
yeah. So within that 30-year period, like the same religious tensions have persisted across France, essentially.
And the reason that this girl had to go through so much publicly was because she became proving this thing. She became the proof of religious superiority.
Poor thing.
And she survived, and she went on to live a fairly quiet, regular life after that.
Oh, bless her. I thought she was gonna die.
No, she does not pass away. Nicole Aubry became essentially the victim of 16th century
Catholics.
Catholic versus Protestant wars, and thankfully she survived.
Mm.
I think a lot of it also goes to Pierre,
Mhm.
because he was one of the most diligent people you see in the story. But how it came to be and इनका क्या socio-political इसके पीछे हाथ था is, I mean, up to you. So what do you think? And do you think, honestly, there was a point I was even questioning, is this case real? और या फिर इन्होंने बस इस लड़की को
या फिर क्रीमी पास्ता हो गया है तेरे साथ.
हाँ कि इन्होंने इसके साथ ये झूठ कर दिया कि she was
Right.
just faking it just so that they could prove कि Catholics are right.
Like if you do this, तेरे Nana ji will definitely rest in peace.
Yeah, and that is where it became this thing, right? इस सारे के बीच में people just forgot to ask the question of उसके नाना का क्या हुआ?
कुछ नहीं हुआ.
And
कुछ होना ही नहीं था.
if he might have actually needed help, that it could have been a lie from day one.
Yeah.
But maybe there is also the reality कि his soul, maybe Nicole की नहीं गई, but maybe his was lost. But आपको ये story कैसी लगी? Did you enjoy it? क्या सोचा, क्या लगा? Real है, fake है? Please comment, like, share, subscribe, सब कुछ.
See you next time.